Hey guys, I don't know what day this is, but you can see here I've been working in the trench trying to avoid the snakes. Had a little bit of rain, I think that softened up the ground, but you can see down here that I have these evenly stepped up and they're going to go all the way up. That way I can lay some gravel in here, I can level the block and get that put in. That's what I'm going to be doing next, so you guys can watch along. Basically bring gravel over in buckets. We're going to level each block out and then we're going to start stacking them up. So that's what you're going to see next, and hopefully I can get this side of the staircase in today. So guys, I was out here digging and it looks like this guy wanted to help, and now he seems kind of upset that I'm out here. So I don't know if you can get a good look at him. He's pretty big. That's just a Georgia black snake. He's not going to hurt anybody, although he looks real mad. But typically we try and stay away from guys like these. So definitely makes it hard to dig when he's in my trench. Look at him go. Look at that guy go. Stay out my rototiller. So you can see by the size of him, he's good 4, maybe 5 feet. And hopefully he goes and finds a nice place to camp out. So I'm out here just making all kinds of friends. Let's see where he goes there. All right. I think he's going to go away for a little while so I can get back to work. All right. see, guys, this will be the first block that I'm going to put in. If you've done your research or you've done this before, you know that they have a lip on the back here. You got to take that lip off. A lot of people will use one of these and go down the line and knock that lip off. I've found that putting these in, you don't really even need a chisel for this. Now, if I was cutting this block in half around here, then I would need the chisel to put the score line in. But just to take this lip off, you don't need that. All you need to do is take a hammer and pop it just a little bit above the line right there, and it will actually come loose. So recommend wearing eye protection and doing all that good bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this lip off, and then we'll get it set in there and leveled. Okay, also safety glasses are a good thing. Also wear gloves, because these edges can be kind of sharp, but you know, that's a pretty good line. Like I said, we're putting this on the bottom, so it's not a big deal. It doesn't have to be perfect. If this was resting on concrete, I would definitely want it to be a lot better, but it's in gravel, so it'll level out. Alright, again, you can see how that pops that lip off real nice. So it's off. It takes a lot less time than trying to do it with the chisel first and then coming back and knocking it off. It just comes right off in about 1 to 2 passes. So, again, a lot of people like to use little torpedo level. They work pretty good. Short block, you can use these. If I was using a bigger block, I might want a full 1 foot or even maybe 2 foot level. But I will be using a 4 foot level later when we get to the straightaways. Alright, so this block is leaning like this and like that. So it's leaning up and it's leaning in towards the front end. If it's going to lean at all, and I don't recommend it, if it leans at all, you want it leaning back into the slope, but it really shouldn't be leaning at all. So what I'm going to do is try and get some gravel under there and try and get it to level out. And this is what takes so long, is just getting these blocks leveled out. And to be fair, if you don't get these leveled out, the wall's not going to stand. So take your time, readjust, get it right, and your wall will stand for a long time. Alright, so, alright, you can see the bubble. Let's see. Pretty good. Get that moved around. You can see there, pretty good. So that first block is now leveled out. So I'm not going to move that one again. That's going to be the block that I base everything else off of. So as I go down this line, I'm going to base it off that block being level with it. And the same thing for the staircase up. So, same deal. We got that guy leveled out. Let's get in there so you can see. Get him leveled out that way. And we got him leveled out that way. Okay. And now, and see, here's our issue. See right there? We got them level, but it looks like this block that we just put in is reading a little bit higher than that block. So what I'm going to do is try and thump it down a little bit. Try and thump them down a little bit. It's not looking bad. I think we got it pretty much in there. Now we're going to check him individually. So we got a good bowl that way. And we got a good bubble that way. And so we're in the middle there. So it looks like those two blocks are pretty level with each other. I'm sorry to be spinning you all around like this. Try and get you set back up there. So now what I'm going to do is get my third block to put right there in the middle, and then we're going to have to cut a block to go right there at the edge. Whew, these guys are definitely heavy. Okay, so I want to make sure that the bottom is clear, that doesn't have a bunch of stuff sticking out of it. So I really advocate for good gloves. That way you can wipe this off without getting hurt. And we're going to set that guy up there and move him into place. That looks pretty even. So yeah. So now we need to see where this line is. So that's pretty much the halfway mark there. So we're going to try and cut it on that line right there. I don't know if you can see that on that line. And again, for that, like I said earlier, I will be using the chisel. It works pretty good. It's not perfect, but it does work pretty good. Key is to be patient. Just go around a couple of times, making good solid strikes. If you try and get through the block in one go, you're going to wind up cutting it funny and it won't work. Just try and keep that line going all the way around here. There we go. That's a good one. All right. As you can see on this back side, it's got the indentions on it. So probably not going to cut through those, but we'll give it a couple good licks. Let it know which way we'd like it to go. And same thing on the front. Try and connect these lines. Hopefully we went around the right way. And you can see I'm just tapping it. I'm not trying to kill it. Just tapping it, going all the way around. So here shortly, it should pop. When it pops, hopefully it'll be on the line that we're putting in it. and we'll have a nice cut piece. Alright, it's starting to go now. Just going to give it a pop up top. There it goes. Alright. See, the way these blocks are shaped, it's hard to get a cut to go through the middle of this. So you either need to be on one side or the other of that cut, because you're going to wind up with one that looks like this and one that looks like that. So that's kind of how you have to arrange it. So I'm going to use the best fit one over here, and we'll go from there. So like this one, I like it. I think that's going to be a little on the small side. So we'll try this one. Alright, well, personally, I don't like either of those, so I'm going to go ahead and bring another one down here to cut, and we'll get it in there right. For those of you watching, did you see what I did wrong? I put the line over here when I actually needed it over there. So, because what I needed was this piece. See, I needed this piece, but I needed it over on the other side because I need a little bit longer, so I need this piece cut like right there. So that's what we're going to do this time, is try and get it cut on that side. So that's where we go. Okay guys, so that nice easy, you know, not saying not firm, but easy hammering. That's all it takes. Just be prepared to go around lots of times, otherwise you're going to start breaking blocks and it's not going to be the way you want them to be. Okay, how's that look? Oh yeah, that looks much better. And I'm sure you saw putting that short block in there, it wouldn't have been very good. So now I'm going to get off the narration and I'm going to go back to doing some sped up camera work, and we're going to start laying block the rest of the way up the staircase, and hope you all enjoy. Well guys, that's about all I'm going to do today. I think this is day 1078, maybe? I don't know. But we did get something done today. I got the first block put in. A lot of people may wonder why I didn't go this row all the way down. The reason for that is, like I said, that first block we put in is going to basically be our keystone. That's one that I'm going to measure everything else off of. So whatever this way is, I'm going to have to make it match that. So whether I have to backfill or dig out, I'm prepared to do that. For me, the hardest part was getting this line up for the staircase, because it's going to also lead to the other side over there. So I want to make sure I got this in, that way I can kind of imagine the way the rest of the wall is going to go. So that was the hard part for me. Now it's just a matter of getting the rest of these blocks in, digging out that side, and then just filling them all in. So I'll take you all along with that journey, and we'll see what happens when we get there. I think that's about all I'm going to do tonight. So from Vance and Dadders, have a good night. I'm going to go get some supper.